Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pearl Atelier. Today we are going to be talking about the golden South Sea pearls. So when we are talking about the golden South Sea pearls, it was pioneered in the South Seas. As early as the 1980s, there were already a lot of jewelry stores from the United States, from Japan or Korea who came and obtained the golden South Sea pearls from us. At the end of the day, when you are purchasing a pearl necklace from any high-end jewelry store, don't forget that at the core of it is the pearls itself. What they do is, once they bring the pearls back to the United States, they will have their jeweler to refashion it and set it in their own way and put it in their fancy jewelry stores and mark it up because they are selling it as a brand name, which they are carrying it in their luxury store. But don't forget, at the end of the day, it is the pearls itself. Most of the times they are just refastening it back and using very expensive clasp. Maybe they would make the clasp in a very fancy gold or diamond clasp, and then they mark it up above the original price of the pearls. I'm not saying golden South Sea pearls are very cheap. There are many different standards of pearls. Don't forget that the pearls, the grade B pearls for instance, takes a minimum of 3 years to form inside the shell, and the better quality ones like the one that I'm wearing can range up to another 6 years shell. So it takes a great number of years to cultivate it, and then you have to find exactly the same luster, the same color to string it into a string of pearls. That is precisely why it's very expensive. So as I mentioned, the golden South Sea pearls were the pioneers in this gold color, and many decades later, other parts of the world who are having pearl farms are also emulating this, and they learn the technology from us. But don't forget, our waters are very rich in sediments. It has a very well controlled climate year round because we don't have the winter season, so the pearls are really happy, and this is exactly why it is still the #1 Lamborghini of the pearl world. So that is exactly where I come in. So even if you knew where to get the pearls, the ones that are being sold usually are very cheap and poor quality. The luster is not there, the color is not there. The one that I'm wearing is actually in a graduated style. When you talk about graduated style, it goes from the smallest pearl at the back of your neck, and then it graduates down to the largest one right in the center, which is the centerpiece, which is the actual classic way of arranging a pearl necklace. If you look at any of Queen Elizabeth's necklaces, you will see that she is wearing the graduated style. Nowadays, in the modern times, people are much more lazy. They don't really want to do this style. They find it's much more easier to have just a whole necklace in the same standard size. So for example, this one, it goes from 12mm all the way down, it graduates down to the largest one, which is 15mm in the center of the necklace. So when you look at it, it looks much more expensive, it looks much more beautiful on your neck because you have the smaller piece at the back of your neck, so it doesn't also make your neck look very thick. As with fashion, there are many ways that they can fashion the necklace, because if you purchase the wrong type or style of necklace, instead of adorning your neck, it's going to make your neck look even more thicker. I run a very small business. I have been in this business for a decade now. I deal with jade, I deal with pearls, which are my two main great loves and my passion. So if you would like to know more about this necklace, feel free to browse through my website, which is www.thepearlatelier.com. or if you would like to get in touch with me, you may do so by commenting down below. I would be more than happy to get back to you. If you want to know more about pearls or other kinds of jewelry that I have done other videos as well. I'm going to be linking the playlist towards the end. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Be sure to check out my website